Are you comfortable? Are you good to go? Everybody happy? There's room over here if we need a spot to sit. Okay, I'm looking at my people on the WebEx here. Burns, I can see you the easiest. Can you hear audio okay for you guys? Audio's all good. All right. I'm going to real quick make sure that you guys aren't talking back. Hang on. Way down. Yeah. Okay, now the remote people cannot heckle. That's good. So we can't hear you guys, but you can hear us. Burns, you're still good? All right, sweet. So guys, before we get started, I just wanted to say thanks again. You know, in the services meeting here recently, it was really cool to see a lot of us back together. It's difficult to do that safely nowadays, but it warmed my heart to see us all at the office, but seeing you guys here at my home together and with a lot of the spouses and everybody else, it's just awesome because it has been really tough not being able to do things like this a lot. So I appreciate everybody that showed up. I'm really excited to be able to broadcast this to the folks that are remote. So hopefully you guys are ready for a good time because Jeff promises 45 minutes of laughs. So no pressure, Jeff, at all. But
I promised 45 minutes. I didn't say anything about laughs.
Oh, shoot. I should have written that in.
And this guy said to me, he said, "Hey, Jeff, I don't think you sound like a woman. I think you sound like a NASCAR driver." I was like, "Cool, which one?" He said, "Danica Patrick." I was like, "Wow, I don't know that guy. Is he good?" I thought it was so cool to be compared to a NASCAR driver that for the rest of the week when somebody said, "Hey, Jeff, how's it going?" I'd say, "Well, we was looking pretty good in the straightaway. We was catching some good air, fixing to get our lap back. Little slick going into turn 4, so she got a little sideways on me. Realized I was along the track, so I checked up. That's when Kevin Harvick bumped me from behind in a Busch flannel car. You know, Kevin been working me hard the whole race, and Kevin would spin his own grandmother out to get a lap back, and that's what happened. Got into the wall where I traded paint with Denny Hamlin, and that was all she wrote, and that's a shame, too, because play was fitting real good today, man. That's okay. We got to get paid. We got to get crew. We got to get sponsored. We'll just come back next Sunday and do it again. That's racing for you." Now, even if you don't like NASCAR, you have to appreciate the sportsmanship of the drivers. These guys almost perish in a fiery car crash, but they just totally blow it off. Well, it just wasn't my race today. Wasn't the competitor I was hoping I'd be able to go back to the drawing board, pick up the pieces, dust ourselves off. We'll have a team of Swedish surgeons, arms and legs back on. We'll manage to win it next time. We Americans appreciate any man who can exhibit this high level of grace under pressure. I guarantee you that if a NASCAR driver had explained the financial crisis to us in 2008, we as a nation never would have panicked. Hey, Ricky, would you like to explain the subprime mortgage loan crisis on Wall Street to the average American? Well, what happened was we had a bunch of shady bankers engaging in fraudulent lending practices, loaning money to folks with doubtful credit history and unverifiable income records, and the U.S. banks which extended the loans, instead of keeping them on the books, they sold them off as high-quality bonds or offshore interests, ensnaring the global economy to what is essentially a U.S. banking problem. That's okay. We got to get team. We got to get crew. We got to get sponsored. We got some crackerjack financial advisors. We'll just come back next fiscal year and royally screw up the economy again. But I'm not a manly man, but I'm not a girly man either. I'm like right in the middle. I'm what you might call a manly girly man. Yeah, whenever one of my manly man friends says, "Hey, Jeff, you want to go to Cabela's and check out the shotguns and crossbows, bro?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro, as long as we can stop at the Yankee Candle store on the way home." "Hey, Jeff, bro, do you like the Miami Dolphins?" "Yeah, bro, for 2 reasons. One, Larry Zonka and Dan Marino are 2 of the baddest hombres to ever play the game. And 2, I have always enjoyed the delightful color combination of orange and aquamarine, yo." Like every once in a while, manly man thoughts and girly man thoughts will play tug of war in my head. This guy's a jerk. I should punch his lights out. But what if I break my hand? How am I supposed to scrapbook if I'm wearing a cast? Now, I see so many manly men here tonight. If you guys are wondering if you too may be manly, girly men like me, you're on the waiting list, sir. And oh man, why does he look like he wants to jump on the 3rd turnbuckle and show me a lesson? But here's how you can tell if you think you might be a manly, girly man like me. So with apologies to one of my favorite stand-up comedians, Jeff Foxworthy, if you've ever walked into a butcher shop and asked for pumpkin spice beef jerky, you might be a manly, girly man. If you've ever watched a John Wick movie and wish there had been more scenes with the puppy, you might be a manly, girly man. If you've ever watched a professional wrestler pummel an opponent with a folding chair and thought, nice cape, you might be a manly, girly man. If a woman asks if you have protection and you whip out a tube of sunblock, you might be a manly, girly man. If you carry an Allen wrench on your keychain just in case you make an impulse buy at IKEA, you might be a manly, girly man. Here's one for you. If the only thing you've ever made with your own two hands is gluten-free banana nut bread, you might be a manly, girly man. If the only thing you've ever made with your own two hands is gluten-free banana nut bread and a really nice canvas brick wall for a backyard comedy club, you might be a manly, girly man.
Rawl is still trying.
If you've ever thought of becoming a longshoreman just so you can get discounts at Pier 1, you might be a manly, girly man. And finally, if you've ever turned 3 comedy albums worth of formulaic yet funny one-liners into a multi-million-dollar entertainment empire, you might be smarter than a 5th grader. Scariest thing about being in my 50s is my parents are in their 70s, which means if I make it to my 70s and my parents make it to their 90s, I can conceivably wind up in the same assisted living facility as my parents. I'd be the only loser in the history of losers to still live at home in a home. My dad would be like, for the love of Pete, you're pushing 80. When are you going to get a place of your own? Well, according to your nurse, any day now. And when I tell people I'm not a parent, their next question is, what, don't you like kids? I love kids. What does that have to do with wanting to be a parent? I like McDonald's French fries. Doesn't mean I want to work the fryer. I like the TV show Cops. Doesn't mean I want to live in a trailer park. No offense, sir. I figure if I'm going to get my butt beat, I might as well make it worth it, get my money's worth. I like taking naked selfies. Doesn't mean I want to be a politician. I think people who say they don't want kids haven't spent enough time around kids. I think people who say they want kids haven't spent enough time around kids. And kids are expensive. You guys know that, right? They say the average cost of raising an infant to 18 is $275,000. So the next time your kid says, I wish I'd never been born, say, what a coincidence. I wish I'd bought a Lamborghini instead. Did I strike a chord, Big Joe? But I'm a fan of good parenting. Last year, a little boy ran into me at the mall, and he said, I'm sorry, ma'am, but my mommy told me not to run in the mall, but I'm having too much fun, and I forgot the rules. Now that I've caused an accident, I'm probably going to learn a lesson. It was cute. So then I see his mother come around the corner. I go, oh, excuse me, ma'am, is this little gentleman yours? And she goes, yeah, what's it to you? I go, nothing. Just be sure to tell his stepmom she's doing a great job. I saw a good father teach his 8-year-old son how to change a flat tire in a Walmart parking lot. He said, well, here you go, champ. This is how you jack up the car. Here's you take off the flat. Here's how you put on the spare. Here's you bring everything back down, put everything in the trunk, and away we go. I was so impressed. I walked over and said, sir, you don't know me, but I've been watching you from afar for the past 20 minutes. And on behalf of fathers and sons from around the world, I would like to thank you for finally teaching me how to change a flat tire. If I ever have kids, I want dumb kids. Because smart kids are way too much work. Yeah. I can tell some of you have little geniuses because it's just the way you pound your drinks. Yeah, look at that cooler beer. Your kids are in Mensa, aren't they? On a roll all the way around. But, yeah, because dumb kids will just, smart kids will challenge your authority and assert their individuality. Dumb kids, you can get away with lazy parenting. You just phone it in. Mom, why can't I have any ice cream? Because I said so. That's why. Good answer, Mom. I got no comeback for that level of genius. That doesn't work with intelligent children. Mother, why may I not have any ice cream, please? Because I said so. That's why. Oh, really, Mother? That's the best you have? 30 years on this planet, you decide to bring a new life into the world, and the best you can do when confronted with a situation that stresses you out is to emotionally regress and act like a child yourself, to assert your authority willy-nilly just because you're the all-powerful parent and I'm the powerless child without the wherewithal to procure my own ice cream, instead of using this as a teachable moment to teach me some good adult skills that you could use to make good decisions and teach me when I'm your age someday, skills such as delay of gratification, bargaining, negotiating. Well, guess what, Mother? I think I'm going to have some ice cream. I'm going to have it now. Why? Because I said so. Touch me and I'll call the cops. When my dad bought his first computer, he told me I had to be the family member to teach him how to use it because 45 years ago, he spent a Saturday teaching me how to ride a bicycle, and I owed him. So I sat him down at the keyboard and went, "Come on, you big sissy, you can do it. What are you waiting for, you crybaby? How about while I'm putting the trading mouse back on this piece of crap, you go upstairs and take a bubble bath with your sister, you big cyber wussy. Then put on your big girl undies, come back down, I'll teach you how to log on to www.beamanlygirlymanalready.org.